them sit down and a fight against me thing. Still them can't laugh. I see him with Judas and him friend them did fight against the king. Read the Psalms and realize I know nobody them. Them a set me up with this body them. So successful life that I got. Me put me just not the Lord. No make do of your work at them get no reward. Yeah. Everybody know I see a gully man from Muffy make it out. So gully man done, them a put me in a dark, make me holy lantern. From the gully boathouse to me holy mansion, can't take the visa, them can't do no sanction. Now everywhere me go I stand innovation. Jaja pick me never lose in no occasion. Them know me, the new innovation. Hey, Father God I make them fight me so hard. Lucky things, me no coward. A lucky thing me put me just not the Lord.
WEFM, the clean, fresh sound. Voice of the Man, Bongo Prime, representing for Activated Mornings on WEFM 99.9.
WhatsApp us or call us at 457-9997. Rise and shine. Let's get ready to take on the day. Activated Mornings on WEFM 99.9 is on now.
Tell me why? Why is another Monday morning? I was trying to do my best fireman voice on that rhythm, but I don't think it came out too well. All right. But anyhow, folks, we are back with you for another week, another day here on our Activating Mornings program on WEFM. And I hope that everybody had a great weekend, whatever it is that you were up to, that it was productive. And if you weren't up to a whole lot, I hope that you got some rest over the weekend. All right. Was the weather good enough? Yeah, I think the weather was good enough on the weekend. Yeah. Oh, yesterday was pretty actually. You know what? Whenever it rains, because it rained before, because we're so used to seeing a lot of haze that whenever it rains, it helps to clear up some of the haze. So yesterday was actually quite pretty. So I was able to see Beckwith properly and some of the other Grenadine Islands make them out. So
yeah, that's actually true.
Yeah, it was actually quite pretty yesterday. All right. Imagine that we have to wait for rain to come so this haze could clear up. Watch out the Caribbean come. Well, at least watch out St. Vincent come. But yeah. So we're here with you. So good morning to you, Dianna.
Morning, Roleza. Morning, everyone. As Roleza said, it's another Monday, but we don't have the Monday blues over here at all, do we?
Or do we? Or do we? Questions to be asked, folks. Questions to be asked. Yeah, but you know what? As much as, some persons, you might have the Monday blues or whatever, the point is, life could go from one extreme to the other, right? You could be grumpy that you have to get up and go into work. Or you could find yourself unemployed and wondering why you can't find anything and why your bills are not going to be paid, So I think sometimes we just need to have to learn how to balance things in life. Where possible, if you find it is that you feeling a little bit stressed or overwhelmed, and if you are working at one of these places where you don't have to apply for vacation months in advance, maybe just try to put in for a week or maybe just a few days and try to help reset yourself, But such is life,
Look at that, your early morning pep talk right here from WEFM.
It's probably me who need a pep talk for myself. That's probably what it is. But it's all good. It's all good in the hood. All right, it's all good in the hood. All right, and if you want to look on the plus side of things, because there's always a positive in life, right? You're only working 4 days this week, majority of you. And this week is pay week, majority of you. All right. So there's always a plus to everything. So let's welcome Monday morning again. All right. Yes. And for people like Dianna who didn't remember, yes, Friday is Emancipation Day, which is a holiday for It's a national public holiday, and it's going to be a holiday for most persons. All right, so good. All righty, so
Before we go, I see our good friend shouting us up there on the live. Asman, good morning to you, Maxman.
I like how he put my dear friends. When he not being troublesome towards us, yes, we are his dear friends. Morning, Asman. And good morning to Bob there as well. And when she hits up Bob, you also had to hit up Kojo in the same breath. So morning, Bob and Kojo. All right, any prelim thing from you? All right. Alrighty, so last week we conducted an interview with Sean Frederick and Tamara Barrow, and it was in relation to the WINLOTT games, the WINLOTT Windward Island school games. All right, so that was launched on Saturday, and we have schools representing Dominica, schools coming from Dominica, Grenada, St. Lucia, and of course SVG as home country. So for those of you who might be into track and field events, football, volleyball, netball, soccer, they have several activities that are being held. Now is the school vacation. So, you know, some of you parents who are also teachers who have children who are, you know, into athletics or who are into sports in general, you can go on down and participate and get involved in some of these activities. All right. So what is happening today? Today being Monday, July 28th, there is a female volleyball at 9 a.m. and male basketball at 3 p.m. and then netball again at 6:30 p.m. All right. So just to note that the basketball is at Calico Hard Court. The netball at Kings.
For the basketball, there is a notice, and I'm reading this from Sean's page. So there will be a change in the venue for the basketball games that was previously scheduled for Calico. Those games will now take place at the New Montrose Hard Court, same times as listed.
Ah, okay. Yeah. So that is for basketball.
Basketball, yeah.
All right. So netball is at the Netball Center, and volleyball at the Girls High School Hard Court. All right. So track and field events are at the Sir Vincent Beach Athletic Stadium. Okay. And football is at. It's interesting that they have soccer here and not football. Thought we just use football in the Caribbean. But anyhow, so football is at the Brighton soccer field, Brighton football field. All right. So yeah, these activities are happening. If you're wondering what the cost is, admission is $5. All right. Small amount to pay, but yeah, get the children out and about. You know, if you trust them to go out and to be in groups together, let them go out and, you know, do something with their vacation other than sitting down at home and being on the devices and causing havoc and eating out all your food. All right. Y'all know your food bill does go up during vacation time, especially during this July, August vacation. So get them out.
You know something, you know, when they go outside, the food bill going to be higher because when they're outside, they just want even more.
No, you give them, you tell them you have $10 and you make do with the $10. When they sit at home, they're eating up more than $10.
Them children gonna screw up for $10. $10.
Well, let it screw.
$10 to buy. $10 is like food expensive. Really,
they could get a saltfish bakes.
Who tell you?
They could get a patty and
you
a
sure
juice.
that's selling at the event?
They could walk with it. Listen, you have to be smart with these children, otherwise they gonna tell you and spin you wrong. Anyways, the point is to get them out the house and doing something. All right, other than sitting down and being on the devices. You know what I used to hate? Juice.
Why?
No, you know, like when you make a jug of juice and your child is at home, by the time you get back home, the juice nearly done. Yeah, that is what it is I hate the most. I don't even mind so much the food in a sense, but when you make a jug of juice that you know is supposed to last us a significant amount of time, no. These children, once they're home, all they know is to drink juice.
They love juice more than food.
They don't drink water, they drink juice. You know, so I used to hate that with my niece. Boy, was one. I don't regret those days. Well, I don't envy or I don't miss those days.
Windward Island school games, I don't know the scores of the games that took place thus far, except for one, and it's just the football. I know that we beat Dominica 2-1 in the football match, I think, yesterday. So, and tomorrow Dominica is playing against Grenada. That's as much as I know.
Okay, I have to keep up looking at the post because other than that, because I'm not really a sporty person, I would look at certain things. Like the only sport I could have considered was volleyball. But even with that was another little bit of issue because depending on the ball, when it hit here, it used to just sting. When it hit my wrist, it would just sting. But volleyball was like the only game that I would have that I actually I had an interest in. But yeah.
Met somebody, the Dominican footballers, so yeah, he told me that.
Oh, okay,
he say, all you beat me 2-1.
It's all love. It's all love. All right. It's all love. All right. So we are heading into something that is not so pleasant that happened on the weekend. We're just doing a few things that happened on the weekend. So reading this from Eyewitness News, we also mentioned it in our morning news today that one man was taken to the hospital with gunshot injuries to the back, to the head and back, while 2 others are said to be missing at sea after an attack off North Windward on a Sunday. The news, our news actually said this from Owia. The injured man is Hollis Young, aka Paggy, who was in February fined $16,000 on cocaine charges. Eyewitness News obtained videos of Young being attended to by police at the Owia Wharf before being transported to the hospital. Scores of people gathered at the wharf after reports began circulating about the shooting incident, which occurred in the sea between Owia and Point on St. Vincent's northern coast. All right, some people blamed Young for what occurred at sea that day, even as others cried over the loved ones who were missing at sea. All right, so that is what happened yesterday. I'm not sure, but there are videos that are circulating on social media. I actually wanted to upload one, but in very colorful Vinci language, you would have just been hearing beep, beep, beep constantly throughout the video. All right, so there are videos circulating on social media in terms of that gentleman coming to shore and being surrounded by, police were there as well as villagers. All right. And yeah, so this gentleman on February 6th at the serious offenses court, he was charged and pled guilty to possession of 5,539 grams of cocaine with intent to supply, and that he had the drug for the purpose of drug trafficking. All right, so we see this incident happening. I think what was of interest to me a lot of the comments under the Eyewitness article, right? And this is how Vincentians was. Some Vincentians, let me just say, not some Vincentians, some persons who choose to comment on social media give me a good chuckle, right? So many of them were like, well, why is it that you're bringing up this man's past? A man could change, as in saying why persons are making inference into this particular story in terms of linking what happened at sea with the charges that he had before. Listen to me, people. If it sounds like a duck, it walks like a duck, and it quacks like a duck, it probably is what? Answer the question yourself, all right? Now, yes, it is that it hasn't been confirmed as yet. Of course, we're going to await police more information from the police with regards to that. But it's not very difficult to make inferences, and possibly you can't fault persons for making certain inferences based on information. It's something that happened at sea. It is a shooting that occurred. It is purportedly with persons from a neighboring territory or neighboring country. So no balls need to go off in your head for this. All right. So I just saying that, but we would await confirmed information from the police. All right. All righty. All right. Anything?
I mean, one of the things I always notice about these situations is just the other day we had the shooting, one in Annisville and the one in Camden Park, and now this one is. I wonder, like, do you guys sit? It seems as though you sit down and decide, okay, so I'm going to do mine this week and then you're going to do yours next week. Because I feel like as soon as you hear about one, there's another one. You have that quiet period, and the minute you hear one thing, there goes another. What for me was interesting is the fact that absolutely nothing at all occurred over the carnival season, right? So as much as sometimes persons are against, some sectors of people are against carnival, when we have these celebratory activities, nothing do ever go down, But yeah, that's just me thinking very, very much allowed there. But yeah, but this situation, I am still
this situation to me is still different as compared with the others, right? The other two incidents that happened recently. But we would await further information. All right. For those of you who don't like people jump into conclusions, we would await further information. All righty. And with that, we are going to head on out of this segment. And at 7:35, bring to you today's traffic talk. You know what? Let's head directly into it, actually.